There might be some other sort of reptoid creatures that have been seen, but a frogman in name, as it's come to be known, whether it's man, woman, it, thing, is so unique to our area, to Loveland, to Cincinnati, to Ohio. That gives us just a special sort of uniqueness to this region. You know, you've got Bigfoot festivals all over because Bigfoot appears in 49 of the 50 states, I believe. But Frogman, when you hear Frogman, you know it's Cincinnati.
For a period of time, the idea of a frog creature being in and around Loveland, they did not embrace that at all. But I believe that Jeff got a little bit of pushback when he said he wanted to do it there because it was, I don't want to say embarrassing, but it wasn't something that all of Loveland felt comfortable talking about. I think once he showed them, it's not about making fun out of people for what they believe in. It's just Loveland embrace, and I believe they do embrace it now because I think now Loveland's official mascot is a frogman.
We needed a Frogman Festival. There was nothing going on in the area to celebrate the legend of the Frogman, but everyone knows about it. I would go to other states to have a booth with my maps that I make, and people were seeing my Frogman on the map, and they're like, "Oh, the Loveland Frogman." I'm like, "Yeah." And it was funny because then I would go to a local festival, and many people actually didn't know right here in our area. So it was kind of an interesting mix. Without anything else going on, I decided to give it a try.
I didn't know what to expect with the Frogman Festival. I didn't know how big it would be. I've written a couple books. One book talks about the Loveland Frog. I came down here with some books, but this is a major convention. I'm surprised at the number of people here, and what I really like to see is this legend becoming its own thing, becoming as big as the Mothman, and having in Ohio having its own like big cryptid.
So we've got people that are going to be singing songs about cryptids.
I'm the Loveland Frogman, I'm a morphed amphibian. If you know what's good for you, run away as fast as you can.
So imagine being an 8-year-old child moving to Loveland and then walking by like a store with a Frogman print on it and going, "Oh my God, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it now."
I've been at all three of them, and I think it's because I am good friends with Jeff Craig, who is kind of like the man. He's the one who started it, he's the one who runs it, and I first met him many, many moons ago when he was a member of my group, the Ghosts of Ohio. He was from the Cincinnati area, and Jeff and I would just talk about things that we were into, and that's when I found out that he was a cartographer. He was a map maker and stuff, and I totally loved that. And we got to talking about the Loveland Frog, and since he was from that area, and I was obsessed with it, we would talk about that quite a lot. And I don't remember when Jeff first said it, but he floated the idea of, I'd like to have like a festival for it. You know, there were a lot of festivals out there, but there wasn't one for a creature that was so well loved and so unique. And I said, I think that's a great idea, but I don't know if anybody would want to come to that.
We booked a location at the Great Wolf Lodge. We did a one-day event, but we had 50 vendors. We had a great day of people. A couple thousand people showed up. And the second year, I continued. I found a new location at the Oasis.
So far, I'm loving this. I'm loving all the appreciation for the weird and unusual. And I definitely did not know he had a wand.
Where the unique angle that Jeff took, which I think is what's made this so successful, is that it was less about the idea that we're all going to come together and we're going to speak scientifically about the Frogman, and that's all it was going to be. He made it more of a people just coming together as a celebration of, in general, just weirdness. So he has vendors that are there that, you know, of course they've got, you know, Loveland Frogman posters and prints and all sorts of things. But if that's Frogman's not really your thing. Tons of Mothman things, tons of all sorts of things. But it's the idea of people just coming together and celebrating the idea that maybe there is a 4 to 6 foot tall, half man, half frog creature with a magic wand roaming around. And if not, that's cool. But you know what? We all just came together and celebrated it. But it's grown exponentially. He goes out of his way to make everybody feel welcome when they're down there. It's kind of like, you know, it doesn't matter what your weird thing is. It's very family oriented.
I love Frogman.
The most amazing thing to just be sitting there and see all of these kids coming up, and then somebody who will come up, a little boy or a girl like 8 or 10 years old, and will like battle me with their knowledge about the Frogman.
And also, I think an interesting question at festivals like this is, how do you get a social or cultural fulfillment of coming to a festival and interacting with so many wonderful people that share that same excitement about a legend like this?
Come to my lily pad, I'll show you Frogman's not all that bad.
And it's such an uplifting, good vibe, especially something to do at the end of winter to bring brightness back.
Yes. And
starts kicking off the
and your
spring
people
vibes.
are here. All of your people that you didn't know you had, they're here.
Yeah.
For years, people were saying, and once I started the festival, people started telling me, I'm so glad you started this festival.
We need to have fun when we can. You know, it's kind of fun to just get away and be like, what did you do? Well, I mowed the grass and I did this, you know. That's all you did this weekend? Yeah, it was kind of like low-key, didn't really do much. Well, what did you do? I went down to this festival for the Loveland Frogman. Well, what is that? Yeah, there's this creature with a magic wand or something. I think that's what it's really all about, and it really brings people together. And the thing that I see all over the place when I'm down at this festival, which is a thing I sadly don't see as much as I should, but when I go down around there, what I see are smiles.
I'd say come to Frogman Festival if you want to be around like-minded weirdos. Whether you like Frogman or cryptids or monsters or UFOs in general, like, this is an amazing community of people that are just excited about it. And if you want to get deep into like, no, I want to know about the Frogman, I want to talk about UFOs and Bigfoot, like, there's that too.
Jeff is a wonderful guy. He's a wholesome guy. He is the last of the hippie-like thing where it's like he just wants everybody to be happy, and gosh darn it, he did it with this. I don't know how he did it, and I think if he had gone into it trying to be like a businessman and looking at it like this, it would have failed. But I think just the idea that Jeff genuinely cares about not only the vendors and the people that are coming to it, but just Loveland in general.